Hey everybody.
Hey,
Hi. Oh, hold on.
there we go.
Yep.
Hello.
Hey,
Hey
Michael.
Mikal. You made it.
Yeah.
I thought you were supposed to be sleeping.
Yeah, I'm half asleep, so
Oh,
Your health comes first, Mikal.
yeah, I know, but I was watching some TV, so yeah,
Okay.
didn't
Well,
manage to
happy you're
get
here.
asleep.
I don't have a ton to talk about today. I only have two issues. Um, I'm gonna open them up. It's 659 and 664. Um, 659 is for weekly triagers, and I just wanted to bring that back up to people's attention. Um, I don't think we need to decide right now, but just wanted to see what people thought. Maybe think about it some more for the next couple weeks. Um, the idea of TLDR is like have a rotation where one maintainer takes triaging on for like a week or some shortish amount of time, and then that's about making sure issues have ongoing discussion and PRs are getting reviewed and everything. And then, next week it switches to someone new. So, yeah. Do people have any thoughts now? Do we need time to think about it?
Um, no.
Okay, that's
I
fair.
I guess I had a question about it because I end up traveling pretty often. So, like, if we do a regular rotation, the likelihood that it's going to land on a week when there's absolutely no way I can do it is pretty regular. Would it then be on me to like ask somebody else to do it? And like, I'm worried it's going to feel like what I have to do when I'm on call. You know what I mean? Like, beg someone
Uh,
else to take it. I was
Yeah.
just wondering, like, maybe if it would make sense to have people just opt in instead and have a little schedule, and you're just like, I know I'm going to have the week before Thanksgiving, I can do it. And then people, we just as a group every week make sure that we have the next couple weeks filled up with people who have volunteered.
Yeah, I think that would be doable.
I would
I think,
approach. Yeah, go ahead.
yeah. No, go ahead.
Yeah, I would approach it like I do this triage thing like as a regular thing. So yeah, I think everybody should do it in some extent. But the triager of the week may prioritize the triaging thing before he opens the VS Code, maybe. It's not
Yeah.
that you have to do it every day. Like nobody forcing anybody to do it. You know?
I like the kind of opt-in idea for sure. And I didn't want this to be super like formal and crazy. Um, like, oh, you have to do it every day or there's an SLA or something. So I feel like maybe the opt-in plus just kind of setting the tone that there's not necessarily going to be like a 1 hour turnaround or something crazy like that. That might it's kind of just a feeling. You know what I mean? It's like, I just don't want it to feel like a chore for folks. I just want it to make it so there's a little bit more regularity with our issues and PR reviews. Um, but that all being said, I'm not sure if I'm just trying to solve a problem that doesn't exist. Um, I'm not even there yet. So that's why I wanted to like kind of leave this open and see what people think.
Could we maybe look at our issue queue and pull requests right now and just figure out if we're doing a good job or not?
Yeah, for sure. Is it cool if I share my screen?
Yep.
Okay. So we've got a couple here. Let's see. I'm just going to start from the top. So that one seems like Manu, we don't need more discussion on it.
Yeah.
Okay. I opened this one. I haven't really done anything, but Mr. Henry Jenkins has. So that's awesome.
Oh, I'm just going to clarify. I didn't mean that we needed to go through everything. I just meant, do you feel like we're staying on top of things? Like if we look at this, are we seeing a lot of things sitting at the bottom that aren't getting looked at? Are PRs actually getting reviewed? Like, because you said, I'm not sure if this is a problem we need to solve. So I thought we could look at like our pull request backlog and go,
Oh, okay.
are we okay? Do we need this?
Yeah, sure. I'm sorry, I wasn't sure exactly what you meant.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know how to go about it, honestly. Do you feel like we should go through PR by PR or?
I usually just look at, are we spilling over to multiple pages? Ignoring WIP PRs. Do we have stuff that's been open for a very long time and it's just stuck?
Yeah. The ones at the end.
Yeah, like
Refactor.
Buffalo built-in logger, refactor error E. I mean, one was approved and yet it's still sitting there.
These are both my fault. Refactor error E. Let's see what's going on with those.
There were some use cases it's pretty old. There were some use cases which were not so straightforward. So
yeah.
This is something that I would hope that if we do decide to have a triager, they would help either bump these or close them or give someone advice on how to split it up so that at least something gets merged. Because it's really sad when someone spends time on it and got so many comments and made a bunch of changes and then it ends up not going anywhere. That's a bad, experience for that contributor.
Mm-hmm.
It looks like it's a first timer too.
It is, yeah. So in this case, if we were to bump it, it would kind of be like, hey, there's a bunch of conflicts. Can you resolve them? Maybe we could bump them on Slack. Is that kind of what you're thinking?
If it were me, I would say, are you okay with me resolving the conflicts and committing it to your branch?
Okay.
The likelihood of a first-time contributor knowing how to resolve all these conflicts is pretty low.
Okay.
And just seeing if they're okay with that and then give suggestions for what they could remove and be like, here are the things that aren't controversial. Let's get that merged and make a follow-on.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah. And we don't have to do that. I'm just saying that those are things I'm hoping a triager can help with.
Yeah, I was trying to get a sense for it too.
Yeah.
Well, back to your question, ignoring these that's just me leaving these to rot.
We have 3 that are 2 weeks old essentially, which is for me pushing it.
Yeah. There's VCS to user.
It's mine.
That's approved, but changes. Oh, that's not approved. CI is passing. Same thing here. So, Mikhail, like imagining if you were a first-time contributor, Carolyn, do you feel like this would be another where we go and bump it? Or actually, it looks like we don't have to bump it because things are fixed.
Well, this is just Aaron needs to review it or take his thing off of it. And again, don't feel bad about it. But this is something that if someone just looks at it occasionally, we can help prevent stuff, rotting for weeks.
Yeah. So maybe this would be if you, Carolyn, if you were the triager, you would bump me. Is that kind of?
Yep. Yeah, I just tag you real quick and go, hey, can you just take another look, make sure this is ready to roll, or do you mind if I take it looks like everything was addressed. Are you cool with me merging it?
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. So it feels like I'm actually going to leave this this PR open so I don't forget. It kind of feels like we're keeping our head above water ish for PRs. So
Not about issues.
what if we had kind of one person do triage twice a week?
One way. Another way is could be like just naming maintainers who are really good at their part of the code base so that you know who to ask immediately. I mean, like when I was doing the CA issue, I knew it was Carolyn who knew everything, so I could just like ping her and like ask her and like get it. I'm shameless too in that way. And you know, so that having that list, like these people are really good at these areas, it makes reviewing easy and faster too, probably.
So that would be, so let's say I was doing something on the getting started docs, and Manu, let's say you were really, like you had done all of those docs. Would it be for me to go and reach out to you to say, hey, is this okay? Or hey, I'm done, can you review this or whatever?
Yeah, I can imagine a GitHub bot or something which would basically tell the maintainer or person who says like, oh hey, this is there's a change in your code repository or something like that, you know. You have made a lot of changes over here. So request review over here. Like when I work, if someone has made a change in the recent past, GitHub would suggest like reviewers who have done so. So anyone who can do it can.
Okay.
Yeah. Was I clear?
I think that we may want to start with something that requires the least amount of like work on our part. I would be fine with a triager just asking an Athens maintainer, like, this needs help. This is the area, you know, so people won't have to click through on the issue and then go, can you look at this if this is something you know how to handle?
Okay.
You don't have to be fixing everything and chasing people down. That's asking a lot. It's so easy to miss. Like I get thousands of emails from GitHub, and just help finding relevant things and knowing what needs to be looked at would just be helpful. I'm happy as a triager to, you know, take a look just every morning, spend a minute, you know, and then go, okay, we're good, we're not, and I'll bump things or ask for help in that channel as appropriate.
What if we just did it Monday, Wednesday, Friday? It's like, it seems like with our load, PR triaging would take like no more than 15 minutes.
Yeah.
And if we had just a person, maybe even if it's not a maintainer, I don't know, but a person just go through PRs that morning, whatever morning it is for them, and bump people, or at least just put something in a comment if something needs to be put in a comment.
I think that's great. And then, you know, we talked about the issue backlog. I think it may be helpful for us during the maintainer meeting or whatever this is right now, to just take a look at it occasionally and make sure that whatever our next thing we're working towards, we've got the right stuff in it, and just kind of look at like what new issues have popped up. And it doesn't have to be like a walk through every single issue, but just, you know.
Okay.
Like, so right now, if I came onto the project, we have milestones. So maybe it'd just be like every week, let's just check our current milestone, see how we're doing, and make sure it's not glaringly missing things or has weird stuff that doesn't belong in the milestone anymore.
Okay. You thinking once a week for that?
Yeah, I think we do that then, because I do worry that we've been losing momentum. So something like that, I think, will help make sure that whatever's in our next milestone belongs there, or, you know, we're not missing things, we don't accidentally release.
Yeah.
And then we don't have things in there that are like, oh, that'd be nice, but there's absolutely no reason we need to hold off on a milestone just to get it.
Okay. All right. So let's say that, so I have a couple of things floating around my head then. Should we make it, anybody can sign up for PR triage? And also, should we have this be on like just issue triage just Monday or just Wednesday or something like that? And who should sign up for that?
I can do that, and if I will do that, I will do both issues and PRs.
I just mean in general. Unless you want to do it all the time, Mikhail.
Yeah,
Kidding.
every morning I get up, I get Mika's mail.
Yeah.
That's all.
I was suggesting that at least for the issues, it may be better to do this as a group and just time box it 5 minutes.
Okay.
And if it takes longer than that, that's fine. It spills over the next one. Just because I doubt any one of us is in a position to make unassisted decisions about all these issues. Whereas together, I think we can do it really quickly just by scanning and then going, that is missing a milestone or whatever.
Okay.
What I meant is keeping care of tags and stuff like that, which is pretty not optimal doing as a group.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, I like that. We can just put this at the beginning of every dev meeting, so every Thursday.
Yep.
All right, cool. All right, I will I'll write that down in the agenda here. I'll write it after that. We're gonna do kind of a short issue triage at the beginning of the meetings. For PRs, should I just, like, how should we do this? Maybe I can just write in the Athens channel, hey, here's a doc. Can you just sign up for a day?
Yep.
Cool.
Sounds good.
Okay. Easy enough. I'll take care of those two things after the meeting. And then my second issue is about renaming the project. We have a ton of things here. The one that got the highest number of votes is the GoMods proxy and registry. Looks like everything else, pretty much no votes here, 2 votes on Go proxy and Go registry. One that is close to my heart is here. Vote to name it Athens proxy. That only got 2 votes though.
I didn't see that. That's what I want to vote for. I'm doing it right now.
Okay, well then it's only 3 votes.
See, the problem is that we started this before we got rid of the word Olympus.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That's the problem.
So registry is gone then. Like there will be no registry anyway. So I guess the options are GoMods proxy versus Athens proxy.
I vote Athens proxy.
Okay. Do folks think we should open a new vote? I'm kind of at a loss. What do folks think we should do to, basically we need to make a decision then between, do we want GoMods proxy? Do we want Go for Community proxy? All the way kind of down the list.
Yeah, we can do a second round with 2 options, like you said, GoMods and Athens, and that's it.
Yeah.
Okay.
No more choices.
Okay. I'll write down like what's going on in the comment, and then I'll open a new issue and just be like, hey, this is what happened. This is why we're doing a new vote, so on. Is that cool?
Yeah.
Yep.
Alrighty. That's it for me. What do other folks have? Comments? Questions? Carolyn, I know you mentioned you feel like we're losing some steam.
Maybe not just me. I personally have been traveling a bunch and not feeling like I know what to even jump in and help with when I do have time. But that's maybe just me. Personally.
I've actually kind of been the same. I've been traveling. I've been sick. I've had some other things that I have to do for work. Yeah, I feel a little bit disconnected too from the project.
Yeah. So like I've looked at our milestones and we've got a 0.1. Is that our beta that you were talking about?
That's what, yeah, we decided that was what that was.
Okay.
So we've got Couple PRs. I know that these two issues have a PR assigned to them that I'll have to put the milestone on. So we're like,
I think half of them a couple of them are fixed or decided to.
okay, sorry, I missed that. Can you
Oh,
repeat?
I mean, a couple of them are fixed or decided to, like, to be scrubbed off. Like, I
Okay,
mean, 69. Yes.
got it.
Sorry, I just got. Oh.
That's cool. That's
Yeah.
So are there things that need help for the beta, or it looks like everything is someone's on it?
honestly, I'm not really sure.
Yeah. This is where it's hard to help out. When it's unclear, you end up just not doing anything.
Yeah.
So did you say that there's open PRs for major version control authentication?
Yeah, so the SVN one has a documentation already. The Bazaar one, I think, would be the next one by Gills, because he has already done this and he is already, and this PR is only a couple of days old. The communication docs are Mika's, which are done. And then I'm not sure about why does it matter. Docs from VCS to users are also on hold, so we have a PR. So I think more than 50% of them are like almost done.
So there's
Okay.
nothing unclaimed for the beta that we need help with.
Yeah.
And as far as we know, there's nothing missing. So, okay.
So yeah. So I see what you mean. It's kind of hard. Like, okay, the beta is full.
Yeah.
So what to do next?
Preview.
I mean, I'm happy to just, not work as many hours this week. That's fine. I'm just making sure if y'all need help that I know about it. That's all.
And the other piece is here, and this preview thing is for the hosted preview, and it's like these are big things that need to be split up. That's kind of the issue here. So I guess what is in my mind is I think we're not that organized right now, I suppose. For V.1, we kind of just, it's stagnant. I think that we probably can stand to organize it better and maybe get it done and released next week. Oh boy, what have I done? Okay. We could probably stand to like get it done next week. I can organize it this week, probably today. And then at that point, we can focus on preview and maybe planning also for V0.2. Maybe that would kickstart things a little bit.
Yeah, because we're confused or we're not sure where we need to help out. Then contributors who previously were helping us out may be just as unsure where to put their efforts or if it's even needed to help anymore.
Yeah. I have another another one of my concerns is that there are some days that I can't really spend pretty much almost any time on Athens just because I have other stuff that I have to do for work. Are other people the same?
Yes.
Yeah, me too.
Okay.
I just
So
do.
Sorry, go ahead, Manu.
I just do like 30 minutes a day. That's about it, or 30, 45 minutes.
Okay. So I'm not alone. That's good to know. So I feel like when there's like no maintainers, Manu, if you're not able to do it, there's some other folks that also are pretty integral to the project. There's like a corpus of people, including everyone here. I think I get the feeling there are maybe some days when like none of the corpus is able to comment or organize issues or whatever. And maybe the triage thing will help with that. But is it just me, or are those days kind of just like dead days?
I think that's fine. the thing is like if we don't talk for a week, I think, then it's like, you know, that's
Yeah.
about it. Like a couple of days or half a week is also fine. But then like when new people are joining us and like if we're not even talking for a week on Slack or if we don't have more issues coming in, and people have a hard time figuring out what they want to do. Also, they do not have as many options where they can feel comfortable with. So uh, one thing which we could do is like we can just create like 1,000 issues, probably like I know we want the web UI, but split it down or like anything, take time to split it down instead of focusing on development only, so that anyone new comes in, we can always say like, oh yeah, this is something which is something you might want to do, and this is how you can attack the problem and so on.
So are you saying that some of our issues are too large and not specific enough about what needs to happen so that someone could come in and work on it without having to talk to one of us?
That's one. Second is I feel like everyone has like ideas in our minds and we haven't written it down. That's the second.
Yeah.
So if we write all of those ideas, development will automatically start taking place.
Yeah.
Well, I definitely agree with your second one, Manu, because we've had the naming. There's this like naming cyclops where we didn't know what was going to happen with the registry. Everyone had a different thing in their mind, and now we still have a naming issue out there. Not an issue, but a GitHub issue to figure out. But I also kind of to your first one too. I think I mentioned these before. Like these are huge, so maybe you're right. Maybe we should split these up.
Yeah. On other projects like in Kubernetes, I do this every week. I go through and I look for issues that we put in as placeholders, and I'll pick one or two and then split it out, put in a whole bunch of detail about what really needs to happen, explain like what the CLI should look like or whatever it is that's going on, and then pick one and make sure that it has enough info that someone who's a new contributor could do it and put help wanted on it. And so it's just something I do like an hour a week or something.
Okay.
I don't know if that's something that a triager would be interested in doing, or if that really needs to be the people who know the issues being added to begin with, probably. Like I couldn't split up any of these because I don't have enough context.
Yeah. Maybe it's worth it for the triager to go in and decide, does it need to be split up, and then ping the creator.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah, like I have like around 10 ideas in my mind. I have never found the time to write it out. The only reason I do not write it sometimes is like, I don't know, like if it's the same thing that you guys have in your mind too.
You can still create an issue and add a proposal tag to it.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then we can remove the tag if it's okay.
Yeah.
I'd rather delete things as duplicates than not even realize that we have a gap because it's just in our head.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
We've been kind of, well, I know I've been kind of guilty of that the past 2 or so weeks because of all the confusion in my head about what are we going to do with Olympus? What does the registry mean? That kind of thing. So I vow to not do that anymore. And I'm sorry.
No, I just like that you're vowing.
I vow and vow.
There you go. Yeah.
So let me propose this. I'll do the things I said I was going to do today, but tomorrow I'll go and triage PRs, and I'll also go through at least like probably I'll at least go through the V0.1 and preview milestone issues, and I'll just ping people or ping myself, as the case might be.
You can't say that, Aaron. I'm sorry.
Okay, sorry. I will tell myself to go and split up issues or ping the person who created it to split it up if it's too broad.
Ping, split, not ping next week.
Yeah. Sorry everybody, again, sorry. Okay. Hopefully that'll set the tone then if I start doing it tomorrow.
So you're on triage this week, Aaron? You'll
I am
finish
on
off the list?
triage. Yeah.
Excellent.
Tomorrow I will start doing it. Today I will create the spreadsheet or whatever. I'll figure something out and we'll see if it works. And I'll put myself on the tomorrow box or whatever it's called. Cool.
Yeah.
All right. Other stuff folks want to talk about?
Lunch.
Okay.
The
Lunch?
fact that I'm not eating it.
Lunch. That sounds good. I also am going to lunch.
Lunch was good. Yeah.
All right, everybody. Thank you for coming. Thank you for all of your ideas and input too. I feel like this helps us get on the right track.
See ya.
Okay. Bye.
Bye.